Hello, everyone. Welcome to Soul Talk. My name is Mónica Ramirez, the warrior of love, and today I wanted to talk about authenticity, what it means, what it really means to live in your authentic truth. And at the same time, let's talk about what it can take you, what can unblock for you the authenticity. Because authenticity, it is not just a buzzword that spiritual leaders they talk about it. That's it. It goes more deeper. It have in a way all our real true stories that they're in there. And many people are afraid to be vulnerable because or thinking that a vulnerability has to do with authenticity. It do, but it has its quirks, and we're gonna be talking about this in this episode. So how about if we dive in? Well, authenticity. It is first, let's talk about what it is. Authenticity is basically removing any mask that we can have. Remember that the society norms have teach us that we have to hide, that we have to not present fully for who we are because we're not going to be accepted. And I come from the Mexican culture, and in the Mexican culture, a good woman should act in certain ways and do certain ways and always have to be polite and have to always hide their own truth of who they are. Believe me, I have to overcome all that so like that I can learn how to be authentic. Thank God when I start painting and I start learning that I just have to be me. I just have to present myself as I was in my art. And when I was exhibiting, just to be as I am, and more authentic I was, my life will start changing more in a beautiful way. So we tend to hide our truth and block it and try it gets too much to confusion that we don't even know who we are. And we're always searching for that perfectionism that is never going to arrive because we are humans. We make mistakes. We are always going to have our ups and downs that not all the time we can block it. And it doesn't feel right inside of us. It doesn't fight good when we are blocking our real, raw being that we are. So, one of the things that I have learned about, I have some notes here. That's why, because I didn't want to forget all the things that I wanted to talk with you. So you see me reading, I have some notes that I did for you. So one of the things that when we are being authentic, we project that light outside of us. And not only project that light, it means it is not doesn't mean that when we are talking about the our truth and being vulnerable that we are oversharing. It means in reality that we're making that deep connection inside of us that connect us at the same time to source. And many times you're a channeler that all of us we are, but the ones that were more conscious, we let in our higher self and talk with us because we are connected directly with our higher self. Remember that the higher self, it is not a being that is outside of us, far away. In reality, our higher self, it is our future self. So we are the same. There's not separation between us when you permit it, of course. Well, one of the signs that you're living in authentic self, it is that in your outer life, you're gonna be matching your values. It's gonna feel good inside because you're not hiding someone that you're not. When you are completely authentic, you're showing exactly as you are with your defects, with your everything what is raw on you. So if you have triggers or you have things like that, it is gonna be easier to say, you know what, when you do these things, it really trigger me because you're being authentic. And I know in the society, they're not used to someone telling them, oh, don't talk about this because it triggered them or don't talk about that because it bothered them. But in reality, it is just setting the boundaries for other people to understand who you are. Of course, if they care. But you are setting those boundaries and you're being authentic yourself. You're not hiding anymore. Because when we don't hide, we can be fully who we are. And the right people that accept us, it will come to us. The people that they were not to see the fake Mónica, of course, they're not going to like me. And that is okay because I like to be me. It is honoring at the same time, the authenticity is honoring the self in a deeper and profound way because you're being honest with you. And it feels good that I'm not, when I'm doing a lie, it feels good and I feel guilty. But when I am talking my truth, I like to see myself in the mirror. I have that I've been teaching even my kids about this since they were little. It is important that always to when you look in the mirror, how you feel about you. If you are lying or you're trying to be someone else or you're trying to copy someone else, when you look in your mirror, it's going to be showing you all the time in what you lie or who you were trying to be, but you were not being yourself. So always do things that are going to make you feel proud when you look at yourself in the mirror. Not even anyone, because a lie, you can lie to anyone, but the person that you cannot lie, it is to your own self. So that's something that I will recommend because it gives you the freedom at the same time when you're authentic. And if we're talking about it will match your own values, so it will feel good in your body and in your own soul. And not only that, it will give you always the freedom to say, yes, I want to do it, or no, I don't want to do it, but without the guilty conscience. Because how many times we try to people please and we say yes or we say no when we really didn't mean to. And we go back, if we go to the same example I told you, you go to the mirror and look at yourself, you're going to say, oh my God, why I say yes? Why I say no? Because you were not being authentic. You were not being honest with your own self, neither with the people that you were talking. So I highly recommend you to, when you're doing that authenticity with you and that honesty with you, it is easier to say yes or say no when you want. And not only that, if we're talking about business, if we're talking about business when you're authentic, like right now I am, I can see my own light. And of course, the people are gonna see my own light because they're seeing my own authenticity. But when I'm trying to hide something, it's also gonna show up. So which one you wanna be? Do you want to show up as a liar or as authentic self? Because people tend to trust authentic people, honest people, because it is gonna shine away outside of you. And the other point that I put here is, oh, yes, like I mentioned at the beginning, it was we are in a culture that we live. It doesn't matter what part of the world you are from or what culture you are from, they teach us to hide. So I just wanted to repeat that part because it is important that we understand that when we are trying to hide ourselves, we might fit in with some people, but we don't fit in with ourselves. And it's more important to fit, sorry, my printer, but it is more important to fit with our own selves than with the rest of the people because we live with us all the time. It doesn't matter if you're trying to please your husband and you live with them or your kids and you live with them. At the same time, it doesn't feel good when you see yourself in the mirror and how you feel. It is more important than how other people see you. The people that are not going to like you, they're not going to like you either way. You're authentic or the plastic one that is the one that is trying just to people please and lying about their own self. So That is also very important to have on mind. And remember that when we are authentic and when we are really showing who we are going to be projecting that outside of us. We are going to be bringing that energy back, and our connection with our divine part or higher self, etc. It is going to be always going to be stronger because we are being honest. Remember that we cannot lie or hide from our own guidance. They know it exactly the truth. That's something that is always going to show up. So it is important to be there fully for us, mainly. Of course, there are many tools that can help you because you can become addict to saying lies. When I was 15 years old, I used to be a, a liar all the time. I came to the point that I don't even realize what it was the lie and what it was truth because I used to say it too much. I went to therapy and so forth, and my psychologist then, that I always will be very, very, very grateful for her in Mackenzie. She helped me to start being honest with me and start being honest with me, start feeling good to the point that now it's very hard for me to lie. Why? Because I don't like to feel bad. She taught me the mirror experience. That's the one I'm talking to you right now, because that was very, very important. How it feels in my body, how it feels in my soul. Because when you lie, when you're not being authentic, many times you just block yourself from the same things that you want to bring in. And you have a burnout. You don't, cannot even remember how you were with some people and how you were with other people. So because there's different yous. But when you're authentic with everybody, you don't have to pretend to be one person or other person. So you're always who you are. And remember that this is a medicine. This is an inner medicine being you, because you don't have to compete. You don't have to envy anyone because you're being fully who you are. And I always ask myself in the morning, how will you present this in a very authentic way to any of my students or any of my clients? So in that way, I'm not trying to copy anyone. I am not competing with anyone, and I don't envy anyone. Why? Because I just being me. And that it is way less tired than trying to be someone else or trying to fit in. So it is that is for me the more important thing in my life, to being fully who I am. Authenticity is not a perfectionist. It's not for perfection, because there's always a chance that we're going to fail. Yes, okay, and we can get up again and try it again. It doesn't matter how many times. The important thing is how many times you're going to get up and actually do it. And when you do it fully and you look at yourself in the mirror and feeling proud of who you are, feeling proud for who you've been, that's the best prize for being authentic. Art taught me that too, and reinforced it in myself, because I was not trying to copy anyone. I was just being myself. So I highly invite you to come in into your own self and ask yourselves, how many things I lie, or I'm trying to copy someone, or I envy someone, and then I feel guilty for feeling that. That has a lot of weight. So journal about it. You need therapy, or you need in theta level therapy. I am very good in that, and I can help you in that. I work in theta level conscience. We work with those energetics, and at the same time we remove it from your body. So like that, it will be easier to be fully you. My name is Mónica Ramirez, the warrior of love, and I hope this helped you because it truly have helped me. And I'm very proud to be who I am. Hi everyone, this is Mónica Ramirez, the warrior of love. And if you have been feeling stuck where you are right now, or if you have felt that you cannot connect with others in the same language or the same emotions that you're feeling, if you're a coach, a healer, energy worker, in any of those branches, maybe this is for you. Because we have felt the disconnection for the rest of our family, friends, that we cannot connect to them. And we're so afraid to actually go deep dive when we're getting triggered by our own clients because we're seeing our mirror image with them. My name is Mónica Ramírez, the warrior of love, and that's my spiritual name. And I take clients from feeling confused and feeling stuck to feeling free, to feeling that they feel empowered from themselves. I created a system, Path to the Heart, that goes in 3 levels. And the first level, it is healing the inner child, healing the parts of us that we've been so afraid, or it's very painful to do it. I have done it myself, not only with me, and I have done it with many of my clients, that I take them to this process. The second level, it is to go more into inner self, clearing the family lineage, to breaking the contracts and vows, learning deeper more about the laws of the universe. And the third level, it is learning how to channel, how to do waking up your and getting online your gifts, your unique gifts that the world so much needs right now. So if you wanted to know more about this, I am eager to show you and to teach you all what I know that I use every day in my life. So thank you for being here in this page. I really appreciate it. And this is Mónica Ramirez, the warrior of love. Thank you very much. And if this helped you, please share with your friends. This interview, well, this mini talk, that's what it is in reality, is share it with your friends. Don't forget to click like and subscribe. I will appreciate that very much. Thank you.